This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
It's Monday, April the 20th, 2015, and this is your Barbados Today morning news update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. We begin with news of a lambasting from Prime Minister Stuart on outgoing principal of the Cayfield campus of the University of the West Indies, Professor Sir Hilary. In fact, Prime Minister Stuart is accusing Sir Hilary of being disrespectful by posing as an alternative government while heading a learning institution.
And he has been trying to get Barbadians to decide whether it's going to accept the policies of the Democratic Labour Party in office, or whether they're going to accept the policies of the Cayfield campus under his leadership. Barbados has one government. Most disrespectful and ungrateful for any principal of the Cayfield campus of the university or any other principal of any other education institution of Barbados to pose as an alternative government to Barbados. If you want to be a politician, leave the security of your prepared position, come down and join the fray, and be prepared to get with political.
Prime Minister Stuart was addressing a joint DLP meeting of the City, St. Michael East, St. Michael South and St. Michael South East branches at Springer Memorial School last evening. Meanwhile, some students entering the Cayfield campus of the University of the West Indies will soon be able to study without having to pay tuition fees. Minister of Education Ronald Jones told the joint Democratic Labour Party meeting of the St. Andrew, St. Joseph and St. Thomas branches last evening that in a couple of weeks' time he'll be examining this to allow first-year students in specific disciplines to study without what he called any encumbrances. Jones identified such areas as science, technology and engineering. The minister said he was pushing to have the process concluded as soon as possible. He said other fields of study would be added over time.
But we will start to build back up to a point where the citizens of Barbados will be comfortable in going on to the University of the West Indies. Any noises which come from there will be noises of a different type and not the noises that we have been hearing, and that those who have to go, deserve to go, want to go, can so go.
Alarm bells are ringing out over heart diseases in young people in Barbados. The president of the Heart and Stroke Foundation, Humphrey Metzgen, says an increasing number of youth are falling victim to the scourge. Metzgen blames it on poor diet and sedentary lifestyles. Speaking yesterday at a church service at People's Cathedral to mark the 30th anniversary of the foundation, he also expressed grave concern at the discovery that more than half of the women in Barbados are becoming victims of heart disease.
In the young groups, we have seen a significant growth in obesity, and it has now become an urgent matter in our community. In addition, we are finding that amongst those employed in occupations that require little physical exertion, many are suffering from non-communicable chronic diseases, chiefly in the form of cardiac vascular failures. Last year, an amazingly high figure of 58% of women in Barbados suffered from heart disease. Let me repeat that figure to you again. 58%.
The Barbados Fire Service has been assured of more government assistance. Minister of Home Affairs Adriel Brathwaite informed members of the service yesterday that they could call on him anytime.
I want to let you know that as Minister responsible, you continue to have my attention. Wherever there are things that you have that I can be of assistance, please, I have an open door policy. Feel free to come to call, ask your former Chief Marshal, or ask your present Acting Chief that indeed I am always available to the men and women of the Barbados Fire Service.
The minister was addressing the Diamond Anniversary Thanksgiving service of the Fire Department at New Dimensions Ministries, Barbados Hill, St. Michael.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
A test of character, a test of focus, a test of will, a test of resilience, a test of courage. Barbados, the test is on. West Indies, England, May 1st at the Mecca. Tickets $30, $40, $50, and $60. It's on.
Barbados is on.
FAS Entertainment presents the Digicel Vintage Reggae Show and Dance featuring Marcia Griffiths, Gabby Thompson, Fab Five,
I'm the man they call sweet.
Boris Gardner,
I wanna wake up with you.
Leroy Gibbons,
Magic moment.
Shaka Demus and Pliers, Admiral Tibet, plus Biggie Irie and Super Ruben. MC Admiral International, the Digicel Vintage Reggae Show and Dance. Friday, April 24th, Garfield Somers Gymnasium. Showtime, 9 p.m.
Several people, including a Nigerian national, have been arrested during a police exercise in central Trinidad. Police also recovered a 9mm Smith & Wesson pistol, along with 16 rounds of live 9mm ammunition in Chaguanas. A 42-year-old man was also arrested and is assisting police in their investigations. Police said the 37-year-old Nigerian was arrested on 5 outstanding warrants for trafficking in narcotics. And finally, this bombshell story. The FBI have admitted errors spanning several years in evidence provided in court by its forensic lab to help secure criminal convictions, including in death penalty cases. The admission follows a report by the Inspector General's Office, OIG, last July probing irregularities by the Federal Bureau of Investigation Lab. The OIG's report found that the flawed forensics were used in at least 60 capital punishment cases, including 3 in which the defendants were put to death. In a statement acknowledging the flawed forensics, the FBI said it is committed to ensuring that affected defendants are notified of past errors and that justice is done in every instance. Wow. And on that note, we end our Barbados Today morning news update. However, you can join us again this afternoon. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper or email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune into Channel 101 on Lime TV and Mix 96.9 FM. to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? #sexy.